Today I'm taking a look at the VEVOR Ultrasonic cleaner. We have a stainless steel lid. We've got our instructions. Ours is the 6 liter, so we've got a heating power of 150 watts, ultrasonic power of 120 watts, and we got our dimensions right there. On the inside we got our power cable. It has a 3-prong plug, and we have got a little basket. So if we got super tiny little things that we want to use with the ultrasonic cleaner, we can put that in there. We don't have to worry about it dropping through the grate. The grate itself is fairly fine, so we're not really going to have to worry about that if we got any decently large objects, even nuts and bolts and that kind of thing. We are looking at a length of just under 11 inches, a width of just over 5 inches, and a depth of about 4 inches. They can fit some decently sized objects in here. We do have those fold-in handles, so we can get those out of the way. And I appreciate that they actually stay up a fairly decent amount, so we don't have to reach into the fluid to pull these guys out. That is a surprisingly light ultrasonic cleaner. I'm used to these things being a little heavier. We do have handles on the side in case we need to carry this guy around. We got our power switch and our power port, and this is a digital unit. So I'm going to start out by filling it halfway with water, and we like using degreaser with it. So we're cutting that 50-50 with Simple Green. Maybe a little bit more favoring on the water for this particular mix, but we just want to fill that up until it is covering that line. So I'm going to drop in my basket and turn it on. So you can see the current temperature setting is 50 degrees Celsius, and we can go all the way up to 80 degrees Celsius. So this guy can get quite hot. Quite often with these, they stop at about 50 degrees Celsius, maybe 60. This can go all the way up to 80. I am curious if I shut this off, turn it back on. Okay, it does default back to 50. We're going to have to adjust that each time. Fortunately, it looks like we can just press and hold the button to get there. 80 degrees Celsius, though, is pretty hot. If you've got some very aggressive stuff that you need to get off, then having that heat is definitely going to be a good thing. I'm going to turn this on for now. It is best to have this guy heating up, I find. And if you want it to heat up a little faster, we can start the ultrasonic cleaner, but I'm going to hold off on that. Now, it does default to 30 minutes, which is great. And it looks like that is the maximum time that we can get out of that. 30 minutes is what I expect to see out of an ultrasonic cleaner. But if we look closely, we can see we are going for 80 degrees. It is currently at 21 degrees. And we got this little light right here, so that means that it is currently heating up. Here I've got some spray bar nozzles, and you can see on there that they are fairly gooped up. So just gonna drop those guys in. It is gonna be a little bit on the loud side. They all are. I'm just gonna start this guy and walk away, and we'll come back to it when it's done. And although they are normally pretty loud, this one is actually fairly quiet for an ultrasonic cleaner. Still does make some noise, but it is not as loud as some of them that I've tried. Okay, so we are finished. Oh, look at that. So those are already looking 10 times better. Yeah, it looks like there is nothing left on these. Quite often I'll have to rub off a little coating that might be on there, it'll be a little slime. This guy took everything right off. So overall, that is an excellent tool.